Well, welcome again, and thank you for being here as we celebrate tonight your support for things like the HAP program, the Higher Achievement Program, and all of our amazing students, faculty, and staff. We've had a very, very good start to the school year this year. There's an energy in the air. It's been fun, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's no Hurricane Harvey. But seriously, yes. Normal is nice. And I think it's nice. We realize that, oh wow, we really needed normal, and it's been good. But there's more to our spirit this year than that. This is a very, very strong community of parents, alumni, past parents, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and benefactors. Why? Because our mission is clear and our mission is strong: to form these young men as men for others in the tradition of the Society of Jesus. And tonight, I'd like us to consider what is the value of a Jesuit education? What does it accomplish for those who receive it? So one way of considering this question is to look at some of what our students accomplished this past year. So here we go. This past year, the class of 2018 earned 430 scholarships and grants valued at just over $23 million. Our most recent graduates are beginning classes this fall at dozens of great universities and colleges around the country and abroad. These colleges include Harvard, Columbia, Cornell, Chicago, Duke, Notre Dame, Georgetown, NYU. 61 of our students were admitted to the University of Texas, and 115 were admitted to Texas A&M. How come UT grads don't make a noise? 21 of our students from 2018 are continuing their Jesuit education at one of the 29 Jesuit colleges and universities in the country. And as always, we are very well represented at the military academies, with one graduate at the United States Air Force Academy, one at the United States Military Academy at West Point, and one at the United States Naval Academy. Last year, we administered 1,217 AP exams. Almost said 12,000. Twice as many as just 4 years ago, and 202 students were designated as AP scholars. That's a record for the school. And 9 of our current seniors have qualified as National Merit semifinalists. When I wrote this number down, I thought, there's no way this could be right. This year, we are offering 174 courses. New courses this year include AP Psychology, AP European History, Digital Graphics, Character and Leadership. These are all separate courses. Underwater Robotics, Engineering Graphics, Executive Functioning, and the History of Piracy and Smuggling. It's a history, not a how-to. Many of you know that we have made significant changes to the daily schedule, which had remained virtually unchanged for 40 years. Our new daily schedule allows us the time to engage the subject matter more deeply and gives students and faculty and staff the time to do all that we expect of them. There's a gentle and easier pace to the day. We can slow down and engage our brains. We can rest sometimes after engaging those brains and make transitions from one thinking moment to the next in these classes. We've expanded our house system to include more houses. There are more opportunities for student leaders within these houses, and we've paired more faculty members within the houses for more mentorship opportunities. We've added an advisory period for all students. They meet in small groups every couple of weeks with faculty and staff who take them through a curriculum focused on personal development. This is another opportunity for our incredible faculty and staff to form and mentor our students. In August of this year, we were once again recognized as one of the best schools in the country, the 6th best Catholic school in the country, and the 8th best all-boys school in the country. And I'm happy to report that we have a thriving culture of constant improvement, as evidenced by our instructional coaching program and our newly instituted professional learning communities within the faculty. We also have a brand new menu of retreats for our seniors this year after we moved Kairos from senior year to junior year. Seniors can select from a diverse experience of retreats, from a silent Ignatian retreat, a leadership retreat, and a wilderness retreat, which includes camping in Sam Houston State Park. Anyone want a chaperone? Many of our students, teams, and organizations enjoyed success this year in a wide range of extracurriculars. Our water polo and lacrosse teams both competed in the state tournament, and our rugby team won the state championship. Our basketball, football, and soccer teams all advanced to the playoffs. Soccer advanced 5 rounds deep into the playoffs, losing to the eventual state champion. Our track team had an exceptional year, winning the Region 3 meet for the first time ever. 5 of our track athletes were designated All-American. And at the state meet, Matthew Bowling won the gold medal in the long jump, and our team placed 5th overall. Matthew went on to represent the United States and Finland at the World Junior Championships. But there's more. Our debate team and our band and orchestra had amazing results as well. 7 of our debaters qualified for the national championship held in Fort Lauderdale. And as a result of our performance, Joseph Dowdle and Joseph Donahue begin this season ranked number 1 and number 2 in the nation in public forum debate. Nathaniel Fernandez's performance on the violin earned him a gold medal, making him the first student in the history of the school to earn the gold medal in state-level Division I competition on an instrument. Congratulations. And he was here playing tonight. Our students have completed thousands of hours of service, from our own backyard all the way to Peru. Some worked in our own higher achievement program, helping the middle schoolers that you saw in the video just a few moments ago. For the 6th year, 8 faculty and staff participated in a pilgrimage to Spain, following in the footsteps of St. Ignatius. And now, nearly 35 of our faculty and staff have visited and prayed at the birthplace of St. Ignatius. In June, many of our operations and maintenance staff traveled to Puerto Rico to help families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Maria. They built a roof on a house and assembled water pumps. And this is after a year in which we had Harvey here, and they were working hard to make this campus the incredible facility that it is. And this was before they spent all summer here getting ready for the next school year to make sure that we have the finest facility in the city of Houston. It's an incredible group of men, our operations and maintenance crew. Let's give them a round of applause. It's also worth mentioning that 4 of our alumni who are now Jesuit priests, 2 of them, Michael Wagenka and David Paternostro, were ordained Jesuit priests just this past summer, and 2 others, John Nugent and Mark Fryer, who were ordained a few years ago, are now serving as principal and assistant principal at the same Cristo Rey Jesuit School in Denver. What a tremendous witness to what we do. None of this could have been accomplished without our talented students. But students need mentors who are committed to their growth, their education, and their development. And so now I'd ask that our faculty and staff please stand so we can thank you. We have much to be thankful for. Each of you here tonight has been so generous and supportive with your time and your financial support. Your efforts helped us raise 112% of our goal for the Strake Jesuit Annual Fund. This money, this annual fund money, supports the excellence that I've just spoke of. This annual fund accounts for 11% of our operating budget, and without it, we would not be able to do these very special things that help us fulfill our mission. The former head of the Jesuits, Peter Hans Kolvenbach, once said that mediocrity has no place in the worldview of St. Ignatius. And we take that very seriously, and your support makes this excellence possible. I'd like to thank the chairs of last year's annual fund who helped us. Our freshman class chairs, Dewey and Karen Gonsolin, our sophomore class chairs, Pat and Kathleen Wood, our junior class chairs, Matt and Stacy Schicky, and our senior class chairs, Robert and Elise Smith. Thank you so much. And our faculty and staff, that was co-chaired by Kelly Clemens and Chris Cole. Thank you, too. Our major community building events also enjoyed great success. The auction, chaired by Lisa and Steve Watson, brought in 131% of its goals. Spring Fling, chaired by Dana Errol, Trish Hayes, and Friendy Mills, raised 154% of its goals. And the Always Fun Sporting Clays, chaired by Cindy and Kendall Miller, shot through its goal with $141,000. Thank you very much for your work on this. Much of what we have raised has helped us increase our funding for financial assistance. Our financial assistance budget has increased dramatically over the past few years. And for the first time ever this year, we have given away $2 million in financial assistance. I cannot express to you adequately how important that is to fulfilling our mission. There is no young man in Houston who has the desire to be a man for others who should be denied this education because of financial reason. They're out there, they're eager to be here, and there's no reason they shouldn't be here. And it's one of the things that we are committed to making happen, and there's a lot of work left to do. So thank you very much for helping us with this, but there's more to come to helping these people be here. Lastly, through the generosity of many here, we have upgraded 180,000 square feet of athletic playing surface by building an artificial turf baseball field. Now, this will not only provide a reliable and safe field for baseball, but also for other sports as well. When not used by baseball, many of our other teams will be able to practice on this new field, and this new field will alleviate bottlenecks in athletics caused by bad weather. The field is nearly complete, and I want to thank two very special people who have been leaders in making sure this field is available for all of our athletes. Carl and Kim Palumbo, thank you very much. Thank you. So in closing, let me just speak briefly about our future. Over the past 2 years, we have done a lot of listening and discerning so that we may be confident that we are following God's invitation to Strake Jesuit. Good discernment takes time. And towards the end of the year, we identified last year 5 strategic areas of focus. The first is to strengthen and expand programs that will contribute to the formation and education of men for others. The second is to recruit, train, and support the best faculty and staff who are committed to Ignatian education. The third is to assure a qualified and successful student body from diverse backgrounds, inclusive of those with financial needs, where we can have significant impact. The fourth is to strengthen the financial foundation and governance of the school. And the fifth is to design, sustain, and provide state-of-the-art facilities that provide varied teaching styles and incorporate new technologies scaled to the optimum student body population. And I'm happy to report that we've already taken steps in many of these areas over the past few months, including our overhaul of the daily schedule, which I mentioned earlier, the new retreats for seniors, the new advisory period, the new professional learning communities. We added 3 new benefits for faculty and staff. I think the most popular one was free food here in the dining hall. We have paid off early a large portion of our debt and have transferred a significant amount of money to the Strake Jesuit Foundation, which goes to support financial assistance. Additionally, we are taking steps to create a strategic plan for alumni engagement so as to strengthen the bond between the school and our alums. With the assistance of a great team of architects from Jackson Ryan, we have nearly completed a campus master plan, which will ensure that we continue to have the best facility that will support our mission. The plan addresses needs throughout the campus, from improved and innovative classroom design and more space for students in the overfull Parsley Center. There are still many decisions to make with regard to this, but I'm looking forward to sharing more with you in the future about it. I'm proud of all of our accomplishments, and I look forward to more of them to come, but in none of this have I really addressed the question I began with. What is the value of a Jesuit education? The value of this education is not in buildings or in medals or rankings or in accolades. All those might be ways to measure the success of really any school, but not a Jesuit school. In considering this question, I think we attempt to measure the nearly immeasurable, and that is a life well lived in partnership with God. Through our formation, we hope to give our students the tools that will keep them close to God in all that they do. All of our excellence in this community is in service of this mission. Now, this doesn't mean that every graduate will be perfect. It doesn't even mean that every graduate will have an easy life or the perfect job. But through this relationship with God, he will be assured of God's eternal love. And through that confident assurance, he will bravely go forth and set the world on fire with the love of God. the love that is meant for each and every one of us. I'm very grateful that each of you is a part of this very special mission that we've been entrusted with. And I'm grateful for your presence here tonight. Thank you.